Good morning. Good morning, students. Today we will start this new chapter 12, algebraic expressions. Okay, algebra is a very important branch of mathematics. Actually, it comes in a category of arithmetic. And algebraic expressions is actually we are using variables and constants in this, and with using different kind of operations. Operations, it means that addition, subtraction, multiplication and divisions. Okay, so algebraic expressions are those kinds of expressions in which we are using variables, constant and different arithmetical operations. Okay, so before understanding what is algebraic expressions, we have to understand the different terminologies which we are using to understand this chapter. First, I am going to explain those terms so that you will understand how to use these things in our algebraic expressions. So first is what here it is literals. Literals, it means that variables. The variables and literals both are same. So in algebraic expressions, what we are using, actually we are using self-alphabetical terms like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, L, M, N, O, P, whose values are not fixed. It completely depends on the algebraic expressions. After solving that particular expressions, we are getting the answers of these literals or variables, so that it is known as variables or literals, like because their values are actually not fixed and we are representing it through x, y, lm, etc. Okay, so, and our next term is constants. Constant, it means that in our algebraic expressions we are using some numerical values, numerical quantities. These numerical quantities are actually known as constant. Why it is constant? Because the values are fixed, it is not going to change. Okay, it means that if suppose I am taking some examples where 4, minus 5, 100, etc. You can see that 4 is 4 for every condition. Obviously, minus 5 is minus 5. We cannot convert it. 100 is 100. So it means that all these numerical quantities values are actually fixed. We are not going to write in place of 5 as 4. Right, so the values are fixed, so that these kinds of quantities are actually known as constants, which are actually very numerical quantities or the numeric terms. Okay, now next is a very important thing. What is it? It is terms of an expression. Terms. What is a term? Actually, any algebraic expression is made up of different elements, and these elements are actually distributed by plus or minus sign. Okay, so if we are using this plus and minus sign, then this algebraic expression is actually each element is known as a term. Suppose I am giving you an example. Here example is x squared plus 3x and minus 5. So you can see that this algebraic expression is actually separated by plus and minus sign. Okay, here I am only using plus and minus, not multiplication and division, because you can see that here in between 3x no sign is there. It means that here it is multiplication, so it doesn't mean it is having 4 terms. Or x square, it means that x is multiplying 2 times, right? So here only plus and minus sign is only the thing which separates these algebraic expressions into its terms. So how many terms are there? You can see that here 3 terms: x square, 3x and minus 5. So it means that for this expression we are having 3 terms which is separated by plus and minus signs only. Okay, now next is what? Here next is our variable term. Variable term, it means that those terms which includes these variables. Variables, it means that x, y, z, algebraic, those algebras, right? Literal quantities. So variable terms are those terms which includes this variable part. It means that x square and 3x are actually the variable terms. Okay, and constant terms are those terms which contains the numeric terms. So look at this example which I am showing here. I am using this only this example for each and every thing which I am going to explain you. Okay, so here 5 is actually constant term. Okay, because it is a numerical term, and variable terms are x square and 3x because it includes the variable parts. Okay, now coefficients. Coefficients are actually in array, a coefficient is either a numerical factor, an algebraic factor, or the product of 2 or more factors. So actually we are talking about here. suppose I'm taking this example 3x. So what is the coefficient? If I'm talking about the numerical factor, then 3 is the numerical factor, and so numerical coefficient for this term is what? It is 3. But sometimes what happens in general form, we can take any other example. Suppose here I am taking 3xy, so I can say that 3x is 3 is the coefficient of xy, or 3x is the coefficient of y, or 3y is the coefficient of x. It is actually we are talking about the product or the factors in it. Okay, so now you understand what is a coefficient. Okay, so coefficient, suppose I am taking for this, I told you 9x square, so we can say that 9 is the coefficient of x square. Similarly, 4y square, what we can say? 4 is the numeric coefficient of y square, or simply the coefficient only. Okay, now next is what it is about like terms. Like terms are what? Like terms are those terms which contains the same kind of variable or the same literal quantities. Like here I am taking an example 3x, 7x minus 100x. What is your observation here? You can see that each of these examples are carrying this same variable. Your variable is what? X is the variable, and which is same for all these examples, right? So here these kinds of terms are actually known as like terms, which contains the same kind of variable. Okay, so similarly, unlike terms are those terms which contains different variables, or they which are not like. Those are known as unlike terms. Now look at this example. You can see that here 3xy, 9x square and 4y square. Each part is having different variables. Here the variables are xy, and for the second example here the variable is x square, and for the third it is y square. So you can see that for unlike terms the variables are different. So now you understand what is like terms and unlike terms. Like terms are those terms which contains the same kind of variables, and unlike terms are those terms which are not like, or they are not having the same variables. Okay, so this is the difference between like terms and unlike terms. Okay, now next is what we depends on the different terms in algebraic expression. I am going to explain you here the different if the number of terms in any algebraic expression is different, then what we have to call them. Okay, so first is what? Monomials. So if any algebraic expression which contains only one term is known as a monomial. Like the example is given 4xy, it is only having the one term 4xy. Similarly 3y, 9y square, etc. These are actually monomials, because you can see that here only one term is included in this algebraic expressions. Okay, now what is binomials? Binomials, as the name suggests, it is having two terms. So if any algebraic expression which contains two terms, then it is known as a binomial. Look at the examples. X square plus y square, a plus b, 3xy plus 9x. You can see that here each expression is having two terms. I told you earlier that if any algebraic expression is only separated if your plus and minus signs are the only signs which can separate it into a term. So you can see that here we are having this plus sign in between this algebraic expression, and how many terms are there? Two terms. So it means that it is a binomial. Similarly, in this example, a and b are two terms. So it is also a binomial. Here it is 3xy and 9x. Okay, so here this example also gives you that two terms. So that is a binomial. Okay, now next is what? Trinomials. As the name suggests, here we are having three terms: x, y and z. Similarly, a square, b square and ab. These are actually the example of trinomials. So if the algebraic expression is having four terms, then it is known as quadrinomials. Okay, so now you understand what is monomial, binomial, trinomial and quadrinomial. So if you are having any confusion, you take an example like you can see that in a tricycle, how many wheels are there? 3. bicycle, 2 wheels, monocycle, 1 wheel. So you just keep these things in mind and just find out the difference between monomial, binomial, trinomial and quadrinomial. Now the next very important thing is about this chapter is a polynomial, which is very important. Okay, so what is polynomial? Any algebraic expression having one or more terms are called a polynomial. It means that monomial, binomial, trinomial, quadrinomial, all are actually what? They are polynomials. Poly, it means that many, nomials, it means terms. So it means that polynomial, it means that if any algebraic expression which contains many terms or one or more than one term is actually known as a polynomial. But a very important one more condition is also there. What is it? In a polynomial, power of variable is a non-negative integer. Non-negative, it means that the power of any variable should not be a negative quantity. Then only we can say that it is a polynomial. You can see that here I am giving some examples. X square plus y square. You can see that here the powers of these terms is actually a positive one, right? So this is a polynomial. Similarly, here also a square plus b square plus ab or x plus y plus z. So here the power are actually positive integers. So here I am giving you the example which gives you that it is not a polynomial. Why it is not a polynomial? Look here, 4xy plus 7 by x square. Okay, here x square is in denominator. So if you take it to the numerator, what happens? If the power becomes minus 2, it means that it is a negative integer. So this example is actually not a polynomial. So what is the condition for a polynomial? For a polynomial, degree or the power of that variable is always should be a positive integer. It is not a negative integer. Okay. Now the next important thing is degree of a polynomial. What is degree of a polynomial? Degree, as I told you earlier, degree, index, power, exponent, all are similar. Okay. So what is degree of any polynomial? It is the highest power of a polynomial. Highest power, so you have to check in which term contains the highest power. Just look at this example. Here is 3x square plus 5x minus 2. So you only have to check the power of that variable. Okay, so look at this first term. Here the power of x is 2, but for the second term it is 1. So what is the degree of the polynomial here? Here 2 is the degree of the polynomial because it is the highest power of this polynomial. Similarly, I take any other example. Here it is given 4y cube plus 3xy minus 4. Okay, so here you can see that y's power is 3, but here x to the power of 1 and y to the power of also 1. So 1 becomes 2. So obviously the highest power of this polynomial is what? It is 3, because y's power is 3 and which is the highest power of this algebraic expression. So highest power of a polynomial is known as degree of a polynomial. Okay, so these are the things which you have to understand, and after that we will move to the next topic in next class. This much you understand, and according to it we will do the exercise. Okay, chalo, thank you.